Okay, the purpose of this lecture is going to be to show you how to go ahead and make a steam locomotive. In this particular lecture, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make the boiler cap and the main boiler plate here, and some of these plates here. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so we'll go ahead and build out this stuff. This is what we're going to do. There's a lot of directions here. If you prefer to read, I'll provide you with this document, and you could go ahead and read as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is my version of Maya. It's slightly different than the one you're working with. I have 2011. It's free for students and teachers, which is fantastic. If you guys decide to become professionals and want to publish stuff, then you have to pay for it. So the first thing you do is you go to your shelf, go under polygons, and go ahead and click the cylinder. And we're going to make a cylinder like this, and like that. Okay, hit 5 so you can see what you're doing. And go ahead and open up your channel box, hit Control A until you see this. Or you could click on that, doesn't really matter, same thing. And we're going to go to Rotate Y and put in 90. Actually, Rotate X, sorry. There we go. So, there's our X-axis right there. Perfect. If I click the Move tool, I notice the blue, which is Z. That's the blue axis. So there we go. We're going to make this thing slightly longer. And I'm going to go to my hit space bar, click on the Maya and go to my front view. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit W to access my move tool. I'm going to try to move it down to here. Okay? Let's go back to perspective. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're simply going to go ahead and go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop tool. And we're going to insert an edge loop here and there. So what we're making right now is this. We're doing this part. And then we're going to grab these faces and scale them. So what we're going to do is right click, face mode. You're going to highlight these faces here. And you're just going to take your scale tool and you're going to scale them down. Just like that. And go ahead and move it in. Okay, very good. So you just created this little area here. Okay, very good, perfect. Okay, that was easy. Let's move on. What we're going to do now is we're going to make these little plates. So there's a few different ways to do this. Easiest way is take a cylinder. Okay, remember we rotated around X 90 degrees, so we're going to do the same thing here. And we're going to go ahead and put that in right here. And I'm just kind of rotating around just so I notice I want to make my cat. Let's go to front view to see what's going on here. There we go. If I hold down the V key, it'll snap, and that's perfectly in the center. That's exactly what we want. And you just have to move it up like that. And the last thing I'm going to do is just make this thing a little bit thinner by clicking on my scale tool. So what I'm doing basically is I'm just making this. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a quick way to do this. Check this out. It's very simple. We're actually going to make this a little bit bigger just for now. We're going to go to Edit Mesh, Duplicate Special Option, the option box right there. And we want to send it back, if we click our Move tool, in the blue. We want to send it back in the blue axis. For me, mine's blue, so which means it's Z. If you look on the screen, it says Z. So I want to send it back in the Z axis. So how do we do this? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Translate X, Y, Z, and we're going to put 3 units. We're going to see how this looks. And let's do number of copies, 4, and click Duplicate Special. Okay, I went the wrong way. So Edit, Duplicate Special Option. I'm actually going to put -5, and I'm going to put 4 copies. See? Perfect. Now you'll notice it's a little big here, so I'm just going to take this one and scale it down a bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep all the boilerplates the same size. Doesn't really matter. So there you go. Perfect. So what we just did was we just created that. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and create this boiler cap. So if you look here, it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. They created this edge that looks like this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try to create something that looks similar. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this over here. And I'm going to minimize, move my Maya a little bit. I hate Windows. Oh, I have to pause this for a second. Okay. So again, what I'm going to try to do is go ahead and make this little curve. It's kind of hard to see. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and go to my front view. And I'm going to go to Create CV Curve Tool. And let me just move this up a bit. And I'm going to just go ahead and do my best to try to create something that looks sort of like that. Whatever, not perfect. So I could go to Control Vertex. The way I did this was I went to right click, Control Vertex, and then I could highlight the CVs, hit the Move tool, which is W on my keyboard, and I go ahead and make a couple adjustments. Okay, we're not going for modeling perfection here. Okay, we're just going to bring these up. Take the scale tool, scale those flat. Hit W and bring those up. So I'm just doing a little bit of adjustments here. Okay, yours doesn't have to look exactly like this. Okay, whatever. That's good enough. This might look a little strange. We shall see. Okay. We're just going to grab this and take our Move tool down here, and we're going to hit Insert on our keyboard. And we are going to move it to right there, and then hit Insert again. Now we're going to revolve it around the green axis, and ours it's Y. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Surfaces, Surfaces Revolve option, and we're going to choose the Y-axis. That's for me. You just have to look what arrow yours is. And just click Revolve. Actually, I lied. We're going to actually revolve it around, hit Insert, move it down to here. I forgot what we were making for a second. The red axis, which is X. So we're going to go to Surfaces Revolve option and choose X-axis. Okay. There we go. That's what we want. Now it's really, really huge, right? Hit Insert. It's way out of proportion. So what we're going to do is just go to Modify, Center Pivot, take the Scale tool, and scale this thing down. Okay, we're going to stick this right on the front of the train. So I'm going to hit Spacebar, go to my 4 view. I'm just going to go ahead and move this here. Remember, rotate Y 90, because we've been doing that for everything, right? And there you go. Okay, this is the wrong way, so we're going to go to, we're going to make this negative 90. That's better. Bring it forward here. There you go. We have a little boilerplate. That looks great. Let's go ahead and scale it down. And there you go. So far, so good. Alright, if I want, I could take these two and scale them down a bit just for aesthetic reasons. You can scale those down a little bit. And there you go. Okay, so I'm going to stop.